Hey everybody, it's me, your friendly outer space Doug. And I hope y'all is doing good today. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. Absolutely beautiful. So, we've got Fly Fox Pro in the chat, the Needle Mover Society, Tonic Mole, Dave is here, Tony Sizzle is here. So welcome, guys. Thanks for stopping by, tuning in. Not going to stream a real long time, just a little bit. Axel's in here barking at me because I got him some puppy treats for poopies. Look what I got. Look what I got. You want to come here? Come here. I'll show everybody a trick. Oh, you got to listen to this one. Hey, look here. We say. What? Loud now. We say. Come on, loud. Look here. We say. We say. You gotta do it loud, buddy. We say. There you go. He don't want to bark real loud. Unless it's like right in my ear. If he was sitting right here, he'd be like, "Woof!" Just sitting there asking for a treat. He don't want to bark real loud. Yeah, I've got the sniffles. I'm sorry. My allergies are still killing me, man. I've been sneezing all morning. I took some allergy pills, but I didn't take any Benadryl because yesterday I took a Benadryl and it knocked me out for like 2 hours in the middle of the day. And I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So here's Axel back for another treat. Dave's dropping links in the chat. Now come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. We want everybody to see you today. No, look. Jump up here. Come here. No, you know the trick. Come on. Up. Come here. He's like, I'm not doing it. Up. No, I'm not getting to you. Look, that hand's empty. Look. Up. Jump. Jump up here, you silly. He's like, he must know I'm trying to show you guys these tricks. Come on. Up. You know what to do. Come on. Up. Look right here is the treat. Jump up here. Is it because you don't want to fall on that guitar case? Huh? You ain't going to fall on it. Here you go. Come on, up. He's like, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. We got Ezra in the chat. Michael's here. Vicky's here. Making Me Cheese is here. Sorry I didn't make it to the show last night. I wasn't feeling good. Went to bed and I was sick all last night and it was no good. Come on, buddy. Up. You don't want to do your tricks. You don't want to do your tricks for everybody, do you? You're making me look like I don't know how to do dog tricks. You know how to do dog tricks? Huh? Everybody's going, oh, yeah, I didn't say speak though, did I? Up here. Up. Look. Come here. Come here. Up. No. Up. He doesn't want to do the right tricks today. I can't give it to him until you do the trick. Look. Up. Right here. Up. Up. Come here. Now, he don't want to do dog tricks, so he's not getting no more treats for now. He'll start barking here in a second. We got Hero Ship Paradox in here. We got Pope Fire. What's up, Pope Fire? Trying to do some goofy dog tricks this morning, since my old goofy dog's in here. Dave's dropping links. So let's go ahead and we'll share a couple of things like we usually do. What? We're going to look at Legends of the Lone Wolf. Let's refresh this real quick. Come here. You got to do your trick. You see this? You got to do your trick. Up. Up. Look, I'll move this out of your way. I'll move this out of your way. Come here. Come here. If you want to bark at, look here. Look here, I got a whole one. Up. Axel. Up. Up. You can do it. You've done it before. Jump up here. Look. Fine. Hey, come here. Come here. He don't want to jump in here by this desk. I don't know why. He acts like he don't have enough room, and he jumps up here all the time when nobody's looking. Shh. It's not what I said. I said up. Come here. Up. Come here. Come here. He keeps backing up. I tell him up, and he backs up. Up here. There you go. Looky there. Look at there. Here you go. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Finally got him to do it. I'm proud. That only took like 15 minutes. Like I said, if I wasn't trying to show everybody, he would have done it first thing. We got Cassidy Blonde in here. So let's go back to looking at these books. We got Legends Lone Wolf, 170 backers, $7,177. That's pretty good. I'm pretty proud. Skinny's been working on cover pages and whatnot. So he's helping me get this thing wrapped up. Hopefully we can get it printed soon, and then I'll start packing them up and sending them out. I've got to print another pin-up, some trading cards, and some magnets and stuff like that. But you know, it won't take long to get those. I commissioned a couple different artists to do some artwork, and they never got back to me. So I guess that's a no. So I guess we're not doing that. And yeah. So if you want to check that out, go check it out. Dave dropped the link in there. Then we're gonna look at Napalm Brothers. Let's refresh this real quick. It's at 1512. We hit that stretch goal. You're going to get an extra 15-page ash can. So you got a 24-page book, a 15-page ash can that you can get for $10 shipped to you. And it's going to be shipped in a Gemini mailer, bagged and boarded. So it's going to show up in good condition. And if it doesn't, we will replace it. They'll really have to work it over to get that one all pooped up. Cassie Blonde says, man, that sucks about the artist. Yeah, it really does. One of the artists decided to block me, so I still haven't figured that out. He's supposed to be working on something for me, but he gets mad and blocks me, so I guess we won't see that one. Ha! At least I didn't pay him up front. Never pay your artist up front. It's hard enough to get them to work anyways. But don't ever pay your artist up front. But you still have a couple days on this one, I think. That if you want to do the For the Troops, you'll get a full page drawn from the Comic Book Hut, and he will match the amount of comics we send. So jump on that. There's plenty of add-on perks if you decide to buy the book. Like, check this out. Go to get this perk. What? What? What are you doing? What are you doing? Look here. Nobody won't see this one, but shake. Shake. Good boy. Good boy. What do you say? What do you say? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So, like I was saying, once you click on the book, and it comes to the checkout page, you can add on the napalm sticker for $1. You can add on the gravestone press sticker and pin for $5. You can add an extra copy of the book. You can get the Napalm Brothers 1-inch pin, which only one person has got that. That thing's going to be really cool. Cassie said, I bought a copy of Napalm Brothers for research. What are you researching? Needle Mover says, maybe Mindy can do a piece for you. Maybe. I'm not waiting around on stuff right now. I've got enough art I can use for stuff like that. But I'm thinking about putting the art, because trading cards going to be small and it's going to have cool art on it. But I'm thinking about, depending on page count, going ahead and printing the art in the book as well. But I don't want people to be mad to be like, oh, this was in the book and now it's on a trading card. So I haven't made up my mind yet. What? I got no more treats for you there, Poopy. Poopy. Ezra's the only one that got the pen, he says. But yeah, there's plenty of add-on perks here. And this is something we're going to try to do. You interrupted me, Goober. You interrupted me, Goober. What was I saying? You interrupted me. We're going to be doing these on every campaign. We're going to be doing add-on perks because they do really well. And, this is just $1, but this really helps out. You guys might have got the perk with that I sent out on the update where everybody can back it. On that perk, that was for all you people, who wanted to add on the other stuff. So he's probably added that later, because the pin was added later, and so I wanted to make sure y'all was able to add on that after you ordered. This is just showing a different perk. This is only one person has added it on here, but everybody else has added it on through the secret perk link that I sent out. So that's why it's showing that. Somebody's sticking their old wet nose on me. Now let's look at Saving the World #1. This is Tonic Mole's book. It's up to $9.20. Really close to $1,000. Like to see this. Got 5 days left. There will be people backing this now in the last 5 days. That's usually the way it goes. So I'm glad. I want to see this do even better. It's got 51 backers. I honestly think that it should do a lot better. It's a good book. You didn't get the pen then, Skinny, because I added the pen. It was added on later. Because we originally did not do a pen. And then Ezra wanted a pen. And so Six was like, hey, let's add on a pen. So there's another secret perk. The last updates, you can go to the update, and it's got a link on it to go to the pen. So there's that. And then we're going to pull up Bigfoot Bill 2. I don't know if you guys saw this yet or not. But the Bigfoot Bill 2 cover has been posted. And honestly, I like it better anyways. On a Doug TeNapel book, I'd rather have a Doug TeNapel cover. Especially on a hardback. I mean, this one over here was awesome. I love Bigfoot Bill on the motorcycle. But, come on. This is Doug TeNapel. So, I like it. But he's up to $80,000. 683% of his $12,000 goal. So I'm tickled to death. Seems like he got a little boost after the nonsense the other day. So I'm glad to see that. I can't wait to get this book. I actually bought Earth Boy Jacobus after watching him on the comic book hut stream last night. If you didn't see that, it was really good. It was a really good interview, and Doug talked about a lot of stuff. But the inks in Earth Boy Jacobus are amazing. The book is black and white, and he's going to re-release it colored, but it's a huge book. So he said he's kind of waiting to do these other books first because of the huge book is going to cost a lot more money. And so I snagged an old copy, and he's talking about the old copies that they was printed through Image printed in China, and the binding just falls off the book. But I picked one up in very good condition for $10. Cannot wait to get it. As soon as it comes out, as soon as he runs that campaign, I'll back it too. I've actually got an old copy of Creature Tech that I really, really like. That's actually probably... Now, why at random times does green decide to pop through on the screen? But yeah, Creature Tech, I think might be his best thing ever. I'm adjusting my camera, trying to pick up some grain there. This thing's always like different. No matter what I'm doing, it's always different. It's annoying. Puts random artifacts over everything. Just trying to... Woo! That's a little bit better. That's a lot better, actually, right there. Says I'm glitching out. Blah 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 blah. No, Skinny, you don't have to refund to get the pin. Just go follow that link and add it. You can add it with no additional shipping or anything. You just gotta add it. So you don't have to refund. It's an add-on perk. It's a secret perk. Go to the... Let me show you guys. If you've already bought the book and you want the pin, you do not have to refund. That causes you more headaches. You go down to updates. 1-inch pin perk for previous backers. You click the link. Axel, get out from under the desk, you weirdo. Then you scroll down, and there's the secret add 1-inch pin. See, that's got 11 people who's claimed it. And then you just click it, and you add it. And it's added to your order that you already have. Because when I go through to do the orders, I go by backers, and it'll show everything that you got. So... that's the easiest way to do it, and you don't have to refund or anything. We was talking about... did I show that, or was I on stream? Anyways, like I said, go down to updates, click the link, 1-inch pin. Ezra said I did multiple times. Well, that's good. Axel's in here trying to tear everything apart. That's why the screen keeps getting messed up, because he's back there moving stuff. You poopy? What you doing, poopy? What you doing, poopy? Huh? Now, I'm going to... we was talking about Creature Tech. I'm going to show it to you guys. Get all this garbage out of the way. I got in here and made a mess the other day. I got in here and made a mess. Who was it, Axel? Who made a mess in here? I actually got a little stack of books here. And they're all good. I like them all. You can't read. He's like, I want to smell those books, Doug. I want to smell them books. I picked this one up off eBay, and this is actually a really good one here, and this is one of his Scholastic books, Ghostopolis. And it apparently was in a thrift store. It's got a little red dot on it, and it was marked down to $2. I bought it off of eBay. I think I paid like $2 plus shipping. And it's a really nice book. It's a little bit smaller than everything else, but I like it. And then another one I snagged off eBay for cheap is Rat Fist. And I really like Rat Fist. It's a really cool book. And look at these pictures. It's got a picture of grizzled Doug there. But I like it because it's printed on uncoated paper. Axel! No! He's trying to crawl under the desk. There's nothing under the desk for poopies. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Axel. No. There's nothing under there for you. I only paid a couple dollars for this one. And this one, man, this one's got, like he was saying, this has got a lot of social commentary in it. But it's really good and it's funny. It's really goofy. Earthworm Jim shows up in it. And so does Miter Spam, which is just Spider-Man with a miter saw on his head. He's Miter Spam. And here's Earthworm Jim in the book. I thought that was pretty cool. But you can tell this one here is an old one. And it's actually fallen apart. I don't know what the year is on this one. But Creature Tech. And I don't know if it was I believe it was in a library. Yeah. Public library. Right here. And it's got the stuff on it. I paid like $2 for this one. Online. But like I said, it's falling apart. But it's a lot like what I saw in... He was talking about on Earthboy Jacobus, except I think it was more intense. But this one's got some... The ink really shines through because it's black and white. And the pages, I mean, even though it's black and white, it looks fantastic. And he let's see what we got here. Skinny says Gear is my favorite. I've heard Gear is good. I've not ever read it. Fly Fox Pro says I need to get Rat Fist. I prefer Creature Tech in black and white. I'm going to get the color one just because it's nice. But, you know, I'm going to keep this old wore out one. I really, really like this story. It's really, really good. Hero Ship Paradox says I have the copy. I got it at Half Price Books a while back. I have quite a few of his books. Haven't got around to reading me yet. When I start reading one, I'm like, I'm just going to read part of this. And I get so sucked into the story that I end up just reading the whole thing. But, you know, I really like... Rat Fist is something really different. I mean, this is really, really different from everything else. And these have all been well used. I mean, that's what he told me. I asked him on his stream one time. I was like, how can I get... I was like, where can I get your books? And he's like, they're on eBay. He's like, that's the cheapest place to get them. So, that's where I grab them. And then when he's talking about Earthboy Jacobus, I wanted to make sure to grab that. And I'm wanting to grab a copy of Iron West, but it's still a little expensive. Oh, man. Axel finally give up trying to get under the desk and went and laid down. He's like, Doug, you're no fun. But no joke, like this room, I've got a rack of guitars right here. I've got a guitar hanging up over there. I've got the green screen. There's 2 long boxes of comic books right here, a bookshelf, and a desk. That desk originally was going to be where I did my writing and everything, but it's full of comic books. There's comic books piled up on it everywhere. There's Sega games and stuff on it. Because I moved in here and I've had to do repairs like in the bedroom and stuff, and I've not got to put everything where I wanted. So everything's just kind of... I've got a whole bedroom in there I'm going to turn into my game/comic book hideout. And this is kind of my little office space here. That's why I got my computer and I record all my music and all my guitars right here. We got Matt Reese in the chat. What's up, Reese? Probably not gonna stream much longer. Yeah, man, just get on eBay and start buying the cheap ones. All these are well broke in, but I mean, if you're gonna read them, get them and read them. I've got 2 copies of Earthworm Jim. I really need to get rid of one. I was thinking about giving it to my nephews, but I don't know if they'd even like it or even read it. My older nephew, he loves Batman. He's been reading Golden Age Batman. And I didn't realize how violent Golden Age Batman was. He killed all kind of people. Threw them off buildings and punched them off buildings and shot them with guns and all kind of stuff. We got Eric Hawkins in the chase. Says, hey, everyone driving, but listening. He's probably driving to or from Hawkins Park. That's how he be, yo. I got those couple comic books yesterday I need to read. I got so much stuff I need to read. I need a vacation. Which I'm going to the beach in May. I'm going to be gone for like 4 or 5 days. I've got my little camper trailer outside. I think I might pack up 3 or 4 or 5 graphic novels and take with me and just kind of enjoy those while I got some downtime. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Matthew Reese says, I still want to con you into working on a music and comics collaboration. Well, see, that's one thing. If I can ever get Psychotron started, Psychotron is going to be like a multifaceted project. I'm going to do like a total 90s, 80s, 90s metal soundtrack. And I want to talk Model 316 into doing an action figure. And I had a dude that was working on a Lone Wolf game, and he got the character design. He had a level, and you could move the character. He didn't get the animations and stuff done yet because we stalled out working on it. But I could move the character, and he had a gun, and he would shoot the gun. And but like I said, we stalled out on that. If I could talk to that dude and get him to do a Psychotron thing, it would be awesome. The only thing is money. If I had money, like if I had the money that these guys raked in from their crappy crowd funds where they delivered subpar projects, I would have already had like massive stuff in the works, because I've got all these plans and all these ideas and all this stuff, but I can't make it happen because I don't have the money, and nobody wants to take a chance of collaborating to make a lot of money. Got Ashton Jack on this in the chat. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing good today. We're doing pretty good here. Allergies are killing me, but still, I got my hat on today. I'm gonna wear my hat. I like to fold this up. Could fold up these sides, but I don't like it. I like to fold up the front. I've reached out to a couple people in the past few months about working on projects, but I just haven't had the time. Been worrying about all this other crap. It gets me upset. So I actually need to. I wanted to do like a public domain hero. And just kind of reinvent him. But Dave, everybody tells me that. I don't ever go anywhere during the day. Everything's closed. When I get off work at 8 o'clock in the morning, nothing's open except the dollar store. And I'm not going to make a trip back to town to buy anything. There's a place that sells all kind of it. I don't care. I'll just suffer. I'll just be miserable and complain about it. That's just how I roll. Just how I roll. Maybe, Reese, I don't know. I feel like poop today. I might hop on and talk to you for a couple minutes. I'm just going to sit here and stare out at space while everybody's sitting here. Yes, jalapeno milk, it is daylight savings time. And what's awesome is, I felt bad last night, so I went to bed and then got up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, was sick all morning, and finally got back to sleep at 6 o'clock. And it was no fun. Absolutely no fun. I slept till about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Axel come in there. He cracked me up. He came in there and jumped on the bed and just laid on me. He's funny. I've slept plenty at Ash and Jackal. I slept too much, I think's what it was. I usually only sleep 5 or 6 hours anyway, so anytime I get more than that, I get burnt out. Really burnt out. Tonic Bowl says public domain comics are fun to reinvent. Me and Sizzle did one, and I have one more cooking. Now, I've got one I want to do, and I reached out to a guy about doing it, and then I never really got back to him just because I got busy, and I feel bad. I kind of need to reach back out to him, see if he wants to do it. But the thing was, I didn't know how I wanted to reinvent the character. The character's story arc actually never ended. It actually ended with him being captured by an enemy, and they never found out if he survived or if he died or anything. It just ended. They stopped printing the comics. So I had 2 ways to reinvent this character. And one was pulling a well, more than 2. One way to reinvent this character was pulling like a Captain America thing and saying that he somehow was in suspended animation for 20, 30 years and putting him in, well, actually, at this point, it'd be like 70 or 80 years. And, bringing him back to modern day. Or what I thought about doing was having him come back from the war and, trying to live his life as a normal guy, but seeing all this crime and stuff going on around him. So he decides to pick up the mantle that he laid down after the war and become a crime fighter and fight bad people. And then also I thought, well, maybe what if he came back from the war and and picked up the mantle, but he passed it down to his son. And I thought about doing the story about his son being the hero, and like could have the whole training thing where it shows his dad training him to be the hero, and kind of doing like a Phantom kind of thing. Maybe even like, because at this point, like, this hero was a World War II hero. We could have like third, fourth generation at this point, and it could have been passed down to every one of them. So you could always go back and like do. I love the Phantom, and that's one thing, like Lone Wolf. Instead of it being passed down, he goes through all these eras and kind of look back on his era, on a certain era. But with this, he could go and do research about, like, say his grandfather encountered something or was in some kind of predicament, and he could open up a journal. Because that's something I liked about the Phantom. The Phantom could go back to the archives and pull open a book or something and see about how his great grandfather fought pirates or whatever. I thought about doing something similar to that, but I never could make up my mind. I had all the ideas, but just picking one was killing me. Because I think they all sound cool. I mean, you could bring the hero back. Actually, the more I talk about it, the more I kind of want to do the last one and have it passed down. Because if you do that, you can always go back and have a story about. You can finish the original character's story arc. And then you can show all this other stuff, and you can go back to different times and have them fighting different groups of people. You can actually have secret Nazis that they could fight. And communists. Show that communists are the new Nazis and all this kind of crazy stuff. And he could yell, "Kill a commie for mommy," as he's punching Bernie Sanders in the face. I don't want to get that political on it. I just thought it's funny to say that. I might reach out to that guy and see if he still wants to do it. It just depends. I know somebody else was talking about working with him, and I don't want to step on their toes. But I think maybe, even just doing a short ash can might work. Yeah, like what I'm thinking, like Comic Mo was like, his originally what happened is he's captured and he's locked in like the villain's underground lair, and they never continued his story. And so I thought it would be cool to continue, his story from there. Or I thought about maybe he just killing him. He just dies, and another guy, comes across him and is like, "We need this guy," and picks up the mantle and carries it on. I mean, there's so many ideas. It kills me. Jalapeno Milk says Bernie is an alien. Possibly. I kind of believe that. I wish I was an alien. You guys know what tomorrow is, right? Tomorrow is Monday.
Oh, yeah! It's Macho Monday! Can you dig it?
So, don't forget to tune in tomorrow while we look at some old Macho Man stuff. Macho Man Randy Savage. And, but maybe I should do a show where I bring up concepts and everybody can kind of vote. Hey, I like this, and we'll just go from there. Maybe get a couple of different guys on and let's talk about different concepts we got and try to make something out of it from there. Jalapeno Milk says you can only find out you are an alien on I Kinda Believe. Nacho Monday? I wish I had some nachos right now. Yeah. It's Macho Monday, but I'm thinking about having a Nacho Sunday. Bring up nachos. Yeah, let's plan on doing a show like that one night. If I can get enough people together, like me, Tonic Mole, Skinny, maybe another rider or two. Maybe Reese can do it one night, and we can all do a round table thing and bring out our concepts and talk about our concepts and do stuff like that. That would be fun. Gotham Knights just send me some. Oh yeah, the other day, I made a post on. No, that's what Axel was doing. He's knocking this stuff over. Made a post on Twitter that I was going to send out some comic books, and so I got them all ready and was going to drop them off in the morning to the post office, and I failed. So they said over the weekend, and they won't be going out till tomorrow morning. But that's just what happens. I got some Lone Wolves and sending Jeremy Turner those Mary Sue 1 and 2. So if you guys are waiting on free stuff, there it is. I got it ready. I got it ready to go. Oh, man. We got 18 viewers. What are y'all doing out there on a Sunday morning? Needle Mover says nachos are my kryptonite. Everything's my kryptonite. Dude, you start talking about cheesecake and... yeah, I love cheesecake. Of course, I'm fat and I love food, but cheesecake is my favorite. My absolute number one favorite. I really need to get to work on some books. I need to help Skinny finish up Legends of Lone Wolf so we can get that printed. But I am going to turn the first 4 or 5 pages of Psychotron into an ash can. Try to get that out there. And now that I've been talking about it, I want to do that character if I can figure out how. But then I got to write a script for Tonic Mole. He said he'd do an ash can for me on Lone Wolf once I need to write that ash can out. And then I want to do one called Hand of God. I just don't... Did I spring ahead? I sprung ahead. I think I did. I think all the clocks changed automatically because the only thing I have is the cell phone and the computer. I don't have any actual clocks. So I believe I'm in the right time zone. Ezra says I'm really into the whole pulpy two-fisted adventure stuff with diesel punk stuff. You might, if you haven't checked out my Lone Wolf, check it out. It's not, in a way, it's like supernatural because he fights monsters and whatnot. But I really wanted him to be like, he just kind of travels around, investigating and punching stuff and shooting things. I wanted it to have that kind of feel, like the old 70s comics and before things got the way they are now. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. Erodimus Flash said I had cinnamon roll cheesecake. It's crack. It's crack. I believe you, man. You guys are killing me. I've been trying to be on a diet because I got to lose some weight because I'm fat. And you guys get in here talking about nachos and cheesecake and all kind of other stuff. You're killing me. Absolutely killing me. Oh, I slept too long, guys. Gotham Knight said the only clock I had to change was the microwave. I didn't even realize it was this weekend. I didn't either, man. I did not realize until this morning when I got up. And everybody's like, time change, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm glad it happened last night instead of tonight when I was at work, because I had to go into work an hour early. At this point, I can kind of adjust to it, but it just feels like everything's kind of off a little bit. Cinnabon cereal is crack. I'll eat the entire box in one sitting. That's fun. Dude, for me, Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal's like that. I can pour a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Last time I had it, I don't even buy regular milk back anymore. I buy like almond milk, and I usually just put it in coffee. I don't even drink it. But my nephews brought over a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Okay, there we go. My computer froze up for some reason. But, yeah, my nephews brought over a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I poured me a big bowl and poured some almond milk in it. I was like, man, this is so good. I ended up eating the whole box. Did you see how large Comics Explained is when he interviewed Vin Diesel? No. Bloodshot comes out in like what, a week or two? I can't wait to see that. I really like Bloodshot. That's one of like, for me, that's Valiant's like best character. Yeah, the computer just, for some reason, I got this brand new computer and it started in this thing where it just, I'll be recording music and it'll just go and pause, and then it's doing it on here too. Makes me mad. Probably just needed to restart. I left it on last night. Usually I turn it off, but I didn't turn it on. I left it on. So I think Rob's a turd, to be honest. Rob who? Rob who's a turd? Bloodshot looks amazing. I agree. It looks really good. Carnivore diet is the best high energy. Don't get hungry as much on the outside if you eat carb. That's probably why I feel bad, Flash. No joke. I've been eating nothing but meat, and then Friday we went to Taco Bell, and I ate Taco Bell, and then I've just been like feeling like crap. So that probably killing me. Pretty much like all I've been eating lately is I buy pork chops and hamburger and chicken, and I'll throw it in a crock pot and cook it and eat that. And that's about it. I just eat meat. Trying to do cut all the carbs out, and it's just like, and that's probably what it is, Tonic Mole. Stupid Windows update. Anytime, I wish they'd just leave the computer alone. It runs fine, and it's like, and record music is not very intensive on a hard drive, so. I don't think there is that I know of. Like, I've tried to look into it before, and like in the newer comics, I don't know. It was hard for me to get a hold of any of those to read, even on Comixology. I read most of the Bloodshot. I had another comics app a couple years ago. It wasn't Comixology, but I read every bit of the original Valiant run, and then I read almost all the new stuff. And what I could read of Ray or whatever, how you say it, I never could find a connection. I haven't really looked into it. I forget about it when I'm not looking at it. But it seems like there would be, since they're both like white and have a big. I almost think he's like that though, just because he's like from Japan. And I know that sounds weird, but like in the new stuff, it's like set in the future in New Tokyo, and it's like in the sky, and he's like a cyborg, and it's weird stuff. Yep, that's exactly what happened to me, Rodimus Flash. All meat, and Friday I ate some Taco Bell, and then yesterday, what was it? I had something that had carbs in it, and I've been wiped out. And I don't crave, if I'm just eating all meat and I've got stuff to eat, I don't crave anything with carbs in it. But once I eat something with carbs, it's like, oh man, where's some bread? And I feel like I want to cram it in my mouth and just eat it. Eat nothing but carbs. It's so weird. But I'd say it's got a lot to do with me feeling like crap the last couple days. A lot of people, they call it the keto flu. Like, I don't know if you're doing keto and then you eat carbs, it'll make you sick. Well, actually, it'll make you'll start feeling bad. Then you'll get over it, and then if you go back to eating carbs, it'll make you feel bad again. I always end up streaming a lot longer than I mean to on the weekends. So I'm like, I'm just going to stream a few minutes, and it ends up being like an hour. Axel's asleep. I don't want to stretch too hard. I do this weird thing now. I don't know what it is, and it freaks me out sometimes. And I don't know if it's where I messed my back up several years ago, when I used to work for Walmart. But if I stretch too hard, or if I turn the wrong way, it's like my back and my sides want to start just turning some random way. And I get these really bad cramps, and then I just can't do anything but sit and like scream. It's not fun at all. And I was watching a guy. I can't even think, guys. I am so just out of it. It's not even funny. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to use my brain. Yep, once you eat carbs, the sugar craving kicks in. The brain loves. That's right, man. And today, it's like I want to find like a cake or some bread or something. I remember it was yesterday. It actually made me sick all night long. I had a little piece of pizza, just one piece of pizza, and I nearly died. I was so sick last night, man. It was so bad. My body was like rejecting it. Oh, it's so bad. Well, like today, where I haven't had any carbs, my brain doesn't want to function. It makes it hard to remember stuff. It makes it hard to think. And I know what I want to say, but the words can't. The words don't want to appear in my brain. Been watching a guy on YouTube, and what is the word? What is the word? You know, when you go to see somebody and they align your back, for some reason the word will not come to me. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't get it to come out. But you go and, they adjust your back and all that stuff. I've been watching them guys on YouTube, and I feel like a lot of my problems come from my back. I've always been like a big guy, and I got big broad shoulders, I can carry chiropractor. Thank you, jalapeno milk. Good Lord. I feel like there's just a block like in my head to block off the brain signals. But I've always been a big guy. I've got big broad shoulders. I can carry stuff. When I used to play in a band, we'd show up and we had half stacks. I'd play out of one, another guy play out of the others, and I'd just pick up both 412 cabinets and just carry them in. One in each hand, and I could pick up heavy stuff, and that's what I was good at for a long time. I've had a job. It was like, get Doug, he can carry heavy stuff, and my brother still holler at me to come help him carry something heavy. But these days I have no strength in my hands. It's like I can't turn my arm anymore like that. Right there, it wants to lock up. And my hands, I have no feeling in the ends of my fingers sometimes. I can play guitar for an hour, and then all of a sudden it's like all my hand just goes to sleep. And then I know I've got my sciatic nerve is bad because I used to walk 4 or 5 miles a day, and this was before I ever had a dog. I'd put my headphones on. We didn't have internet here for a long time, so I'd get home from work, and yeah, Matt Reese says it sounds like you're getting old. Yeah, but you know what? I shouldn't be this bad at 35. I'm like a 50-year-old at this point. Like, I have a lot of the same problems that my dad has, and my dad is a good 20 years older than me. But like, I know my sciatic nerve, I've pinched that or whatever. I used to walk 5 miles a day. Now, the last few years I try to walk, and my leg just goes numb, goes to sleep, can't walk on it. My hip starts feeling like it's going to turn and pop out of place, and it's awful. Did lots of stupid stuff. When I used to work at Walmart, I picked up heavy stuff all the time, and one night I've hurt my back several times picking up stuff and carrying stuff, and it's caught up to me. Here I am, 35 years old, and some days I could get up and I could fight a bear. I'm just like, I feel it. I feel the strength in my body. I can break stuff, and I go and do stuff, and then other days it's like I'm a crippled old man. I can't even walk the dog. Like this morning I got up and I'm walking the dog, and just him, like his little movements are just sending pain throughout my back. It's killing me. Oh, thing is, Vicky, if I stretch, I just instantly go into pain. I can't even describe the amount of pain that I can't even describe what my body does. It just it's ridiculous. I just start screaming. Needle Mover Society says cocaine helps too. Yeah. That's what I should get, some cocaine. I hate getting old though. Man, it's rough. To all you people out there that's older than me, I apologize, but no joke, I feel like my dad sometimes, and he's 20 years older than me. It's ridiculous. I'd give good money if somebody come over here and pop my neck. I kind of want to pop it, but I'm afraid to. No, I haven't been to a chiropractor, Ashton Jackal. We just got one here in this tiny little town I live in, and I believe my insurance would pay for most of the visits. I think I might have to pay a little bit out of pocket. I'm not sure. Best thing though for me is I need to lose some weight and see the chiropractor. I've had a lot of jobs where I've had to do a lot of physical labor. That's why it makes me mad when I see somebody. I'm not gonna mention any names here, but this dude ranted about how he shouldn't have to get a job. He should be able to make money off his art and all this crap. And people like that infuriate me. I've played music in bands and traveled and did small tours and everything. And had a job, worked a day job. Everything I've ever had is because I worked a day job, not because I felt entitled. Because you know what, I can play guitar better than like 75% of the people I've met in my life, and I didn't expect somebody to come and give me a free guitar. I worked and got every guitar I've ever owned, all the music equipment I've ever owned, and if you feel like that you shouldn't have to work to make things happen, then I don't know what to tell you. I never would have made a comic book if I didn't have a job, went out and worked, and paid for half the pages out of pocket. And it just so happened that Jeff was a really cool guy who let me pay him after the campaign was over on the rest of it. And, I owe Jeff for that. Jeff is a great dude, and he's a really nice guy, and I will forever appreciate that. But I've had some really crappy jobs, but I've never let any of that stop me from doing what I wanted to do. Let's see what's going up here in the chat. Matt Reese says, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but there are some steps you can take to move towards less pain. If they're doing drugs, like, and shooting up heroin, I'll try anything once. That's a joke. That's a joke, guys. That's a joke. Ezra says, I need to save up money so I can hire a writer and artist. Skinny says he's willing to help. Skinny can help. Casty Blonde can help. Casty Blonde knows a ton of people. So if you're wanting to do something, there's plenty of people that can help you and hook you up. Gotham Knight, I am pretty much considered retired now, and I am in my 40s. I'm ready to retire. I'd like to be able to make $50,000 off a comic book and pay off my bills. What's funny is Jalapeno Milk says, I will not try heroin once. Yeah, it was a joke. I've never smoked pot. Never done anything like that. That's just me. Certain artists treat getting a job as if it's the worst thing ever. That's true, Fly Fox Pro. I had an artist get mad at me because I suggested that he stop whining and get a job. I'm sorry, you're not entitled. You get out there and pay your dues like everybody else does. I feel like a lot of these guys that run these big crowdfunders and work at DC and Marvel, they don't know what the real world is like. And they expect you to take all your money and throw it at them and stuff. I'm sick and tired of all that stuff. Gotham Knight says, I hate it in ways my mind feels like I can do anything beyond possible, but my body man, some days that's how it is for me. Some days I'm just ready to do anything. I get out there and just do whatever. Like you can ask Skinny about my hacky sack story. My nephews come over and it's like, let's play some hacky sack. I'm out there playing hacky sack like I was doing like when I was 15 years old. And I went to kick it, do an outside kick, and my leg sounded like it snapped off. I was crippled for a week after that. It's terrible. Finding work and being a little person even when my body was younger was a pain. Yeah, dude, I can imagine, man. It's used to around here. It's not so bad anymore, but used to back in the day here, it was hard to find a job because everybody that wanted to work was working and there wasn't any jobs open. Now, though, nobody wants to work at all. They feel like they're entitled, and now you can find a job. I could go today and find 3 jobs in this tiny little town I'm in. It's ridiculous. We got Sam in the chat. What's up? Jalapeno Milk says I'm fine with alcohol as my only vice. Well, alcohol's not even a vice for me. I don't drink or smoke or never smoked pot. I don't do drugs. I just eat too much and I'm lazy. Let's see. You guys is running off and leaving me. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you'll hear me get on here and complain and stuff, but I'm not going to miss work, and I'm not going to use it as an excuse. You know, I whine and cry about it, but I've never used it as an excuse not to go to work or anything. I hurt my back real bad one time at Walmart, and I went to work anyways, and somebody, I mean, I remember I could barely walk, and what I did at Walmart is I worked in maintenance, so we would sweep the floors, run the floor machines, buff, scrub the floors, clean the bathrooms, all that stuff. So I walked a lot during the night, and I remember I could barely stand up, and so I was like doing this funny. I was like half leaned, and I couldn't even hold on to the dust mop. I just stuck it under my arm and propped it on my arm, and stumbled around the store. And I remember I got so mad. Somebody came up to me and goes, "You're not hurt. If you was hurt, you'd be walking around the store." And if I hadn't hurt so bad, I probably would have killed that person. I mean, it was bad. It was so bad. My dad, I've seen my dad, man. My dad can be he can be down his back, and if he can still get out of bed, he'll get out of bed and go to work. He's always been that way. He's never missed work. And that's why he taught us to be, you get up and you go to work. I've went to work just completely, like if I've got something that I'm going to give somebody else, like my clients, I don't go. I'm not going to go make them poor guys sick. But like if my back's sore or my leg's hurting or whatever, I just get up and go. So, I mean, most people, my generation and up, my generation is kind of the one that started falling by the wayside, because I knew plenty of people here. I guess it's too easy to get welfare and stuff. You just don't ever work and they just give it to you. It's my generation, some of the first ones that started that here, but it seems like everybody I know older than me, and like most of you people here, we all know what it's like to be, have to get up and go to work every day, to work jobs. And one thing that gets me is people's like, well, I won't do that, or I won't do this. If you need a job, you're not going to be that picky. I've had jobs I absolutely hated. I worked in a bakery over in Crossville, and they did like they did like cakes, like Hostess cakes and a bunch of other stuff. And I had to climb into ovens and clean ovens. Had to climb on top of them. Had to climb up in the grain silo and clean all the flour and stuff out. I smashed one of my fingers. I think it was this one. I got it caught in a machine, and it ripped the nail. Luckily, I got it out. It ripped the nail off and cut the finger real bad, and I just wrapped it up and went on. I mean, that's just how it was. And yeah, I agree with that there. Fox Pro says, this was from the Bible. It says, "For even when we were with you, we would give you this command: if anyone's not willing to work, let him not eat." I agree with that. Now, Dave, there wasn't many hippies here in my area. Hippies just didn't exist. Everybody's hardworking people around this area. Hippies had no place here, and there wasn't nobody taking care of no hippies. Skinny says work sucks. I'm fine with the work, just dealing with idiots is a problem. Yeah. I mean, everybody's going to have jobs that you hate. sometimes you have to work a crappy job. That's just part of life. But that doesn't mean that because you're working that crappy job, you can't look for another one. I remember I got another one and I left. Sam says missing work causes more hassle than it's worth. That's right. And you know what? People all the time, my whole life, I've had whatever I wanted because I went to work every day. I have had nice cars. You know, I had a roof over my head, places to live. I have guitars, and people complain all the time. And the people who were complaining were the people that would miss work all the time. They'd miss a day or two a week. They wouldn't show up. One of my friends was always complaining about me having music gear. Well, you know what? I went to work every day. That's one reason I had nice guitars and stuff, because I went, and after I paid my bills, I saved money for cool music gear. And people complained because I had a nice car. I was working at Walmart. I had a 2005 Mustang, and it was just a few years old then. They still made that body style, so it was probably 6-7 years old at the time. But everybody's like, "Oh, I wish I had a nice car like that." And I said, "Go to work." I don't know. At the time at Walmart, I was making $11 an hour, and this has been 15 years ago. So, I mean, you can't really complain. I only make $10 an hour now. My job is a lot easier. It's stressful sometimes, but it's not physically demanding. But I've got health care at this job, so I'll take the $10 an hour with the free health care, so that's okay. But you know what? Of course, I don't have any rent because I live in my grandma's old house. I pay the utilities, but even if I had rent, I'd still have anything I wanted because I can work. If I have to work, I can always pick up extra hours at work. I can get another job. You can have whatever you want. You just don't just sit around and cry about it. Like I've said here, was crying about feeling like crap some days, but you know what? I still get up and go to work. I still have things. Looking forward to going on vacation here before long. So I've been saving money for that. So I've done a whole rant here about working now. And I know some people can't work. I'm not saying anything about that. If you're disabled or anything like that, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we're all not the same. We are the same, but we're not. And if you can't work, there's nothing wrong with that. I've got no problems with people who aren't physically able to work, or or don't work because maybe you stay at home with your kids and your significant other works or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But if you're just lazy and you sit at home getting money from the government and you want to vote for Bernie Sanders so you can have free stuff. See, like Ashton Jackal says, my wife got a crazy good job, so I retired to watch our daughter. So, still a lot of work to do, but missed the social. I see there's nothing wrong with that at all, man. You know, in all honesty, I like seeing somebody stay at home with their kids. Kids need that. That's good for them. They need somebody there with them. We got the Bunderdome in here. He says, "Nom Doug." That's right. Nom Doug. That's right. Fly Frogs Pro says, "I'm disabled. It's called lazy-itis. I just need to convince my wife that it's real." I'll just tell you guys in all honesty, the job I got right now, it's got its days. It's got days where it's stressful and my client wants to act up and he wants to try to hit you and yell at you and all this nonsense. But then there might go a month where nothing happens and I just chill all day long. If I'm working nights, just watch some TV, chill on the couch, do some writing, play some video games, easy stuff. If I work days, we go to town, we go for walks, we hang out. I mean, it's not bad. I can't complain. So I don't care to go to work. Only thing that gets me is when I work about 65 hours a week and my brain is just completely obliterated. That's what kills me. Yeah, Gotham Knight says, I feel bad for the kids that go from school into a babysitter, all due to both parents having to work. It sucks because this world's become too expensive and it shouldn't be. One thing, though, is it's too expensive, but you don't need a cell phone. Turn your cell phone service off. You don't need Netflix. Turn your Netflix off. You can save a lot of money when you have to. A few years ago, I lived in Crossville, Tennessee. I was working at Walmart, and I moved over there. I was making $11 an hour, and all my money went to rent. I didn't have much money for food or anything else. The girl I was seeing at the time, she was pretty nice. She always, like, if we went to the movies or anything like that, she always paid. She was really cool. And she lived with a roommate. Pretty much a friend of hers was married and had a kid, and she lived with them and helped pay some utilities. So she had, well, see, that's the thing, Matt Reese. But do you need the newest cell phone? Do you need an iPhone 4000 that you have to pay an extra $100 a month on for a year? No. You can go and you can get a $20, $30 phone like this and pay $40 a month. I hate to hear people complain when they, like Skinny says, I stop all luxuries when poop hits the fan. Everybody wants to live beyond their means. You don't have to have everything everybody else has. You need to learn to be content. It's nice to have things. Like I was talking about having nice things. But, you know, I wasn't going out and partying like all these other people. I wasn't going out drinking. I didn't, you know, when I lived in Crossville, like I was talking about, I made enough money to pay the rent. And I lived off ramen noodles and bottled water. And I was pretty content with that. I'm pretty content with most things. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. But there's ways to cut cost when it comes down to it. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's why I am Sam. I actually didn't buy, the last time I didn't buy the cheapest one. I bought a $50 phone. I could have got a $30 phone, but I upgraded to the $50 phone. And I use Straight Talk, so I pay $45 a month for my phone service. Fly Fox Pro, I deal with anxiety and depression, so even a simple job sometimes is really stressful, but I do it because that's what a man does. Yeah, I know how you feel, dude. I didn't know that I had anxiety. I thought there was just something wrong with me. But I don't like being around people. I freak out. I used to have like nightmares about going to work and having to deal with people. And this was when I worked at Walmart. That's one reason I loved doing maintenance, because I didn't have to deal with customers. I knew what my job was every night. And something that it kills me if I don't like a job where you show up and it's something different every day. I don't like that. I like knowing what I'm doing every day. I go in, do the same thing. It's all good. It's all good. And so I know what it's like to deal with anxiety and whatnot. And I've had friends tell me I was stupid for feeling certain ways. They had no idea the kind of torment that I lived through. I mean, I didn't realize it was that bad until here. It actually got worse the last couple of years. And now that I have a giant white 75-pound toddler, aka Axel, that runs through the house, it takes my mind off a lot of things. Ezra says, I barely spend money on luxuries. This is the first year I splurged on myself for comic campaigns. That's me too. Like here lately, man, which I bought a few guitars this year, I'm not gonna lie, but like the guitars I bought, One reason I bought this is because my car payment, I sold the car that I had, and my car payment got cut in half on the Dodge Charger I drive now. So I had a little bit of extra money from bills. So I bought this Les Paul. And pretty much I don't technically have it paid off because I'm paying payments on it. But I figured I don't care a bit to pay like $25-$30 a month on this for the next couple of years to have a really nice guitar, you know? And then every once in a while, you just stumble onto something good. This right here, I think the the good Lord just must have felt sorry for me or something. And I could never afford this guitar. Headless, 7-string, burl top. This is like, on these pickups, if you order this off this guitar company site, Legator, this is like a $2,000, $2,500 guitar. And I got it off a guy in Knoxville for $250. And so I don't know why. I don't think it was stolen. I think he was just some spoiled college kid and wanted some quick cash and sold it. I mean, he's had the neck off of it before. I can see where the screws have been turned and stuff, but still, you know how it is. I think that just worked out for me. Yeah, Sam says Axel's a therapy doggo. Yeah. He actually, I can't express enough how big of a difference that the silly little feller's made in my life. And anymore, I can come in, he can tear half the house apart, and I just don't get mad. It's actually been really good for me. Reese is leaving. See you later, buddy. Ashton Jackal says, have you tried CBD oil? Perfectly legal, helps calm down. Gotta find a good source. So, everybody talks about it, but honestly, since I have Axel, I've only had like a handful of anxiety attacks, and I know exactly when they're coming on. I know exactly what they feel like now. Now that I know that what they are, it's not so bad. I thought I was just I just didn't understand why I would get depressed and stay depressed for long periods of time. And now that I know that's what it is, it explains a lot. And I really feel sorry for for probably every girlfriend I've ever had, because I'm a mess. But it runs in my family. Everybody in my family's got anxiety, and they're a bunch of weirdos. So I come by it naturally. Like I said, though, since I had Axel, I've only had like 1 or 2 anxiety attacks. It's good for headaches and such too. Well, I probably need to get it then. Once I get used to my glasses, I think a lot of my headaches will go away. I've been wearing them every day. I just ain't wearing them right now because I got out of bed like probably 30 minutes before time to stream today. See you later. See you later, buddy. Richard, have a good one. Oh, man. So, we never know what we're going to talk about on this show. That's one thing I like about this. Butterdome says, my bunny died last month. Every day I always feel like I hear her or see her. Animals are wonderful. They are. The eye doctor told me I didn't need to wear them constantly, because my eyesight is good enough that if I don't have a strain on them, I don't have to wear them. And so I'm not going to get in the habit of wearing them all the time, but usually I wear them every day. Once I get up and my eyes I start reading and my eyes start getting tired, usually I put them on and leave them on all day. I really hope that Axel lives longer than I do at this point. He could live to be 15 years old. I hope that I die before he does. And I know that's bad, and that would mean I would be 50 when I died. But I don't know if I could take it if he died. He's so spoilt. He's absolutely, completely spoilt. I like possums skinny. They eat ticks, and that's good. My brother and my uncle both have Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and it never goes away. And my brother, a couple years ago when he got it, had to have a PICC line put in. And it took him forever to get over it. And then just like last week, he got to feeling really sick and hurting in his insides and all kind of crazy stuff. And come to find out that it was Rocky Mountain spotted fever, like flaring up on him. So he had to start taking some more meds for that. So I like possums. Hey, you can surround my entire house in possums. I don't care. Now you can keep those stinky skunks away from me. Spraying on everything and making my house stink. I don't want no skunks around here. Man, I would love to have a raccoon Gotham night. Raccoons are so cool. I like that they've got opposable thumbs. Well, you can bring all the possums over here, Ezra. I'll take them. If I can keep Axel and Dexter and Grizz from... raccoons are only bad if you leave your trash out. They don't even come in my yard because I got too many dogs. Of course, Axel lives in the house, but Dexter and Grizz, they live outside and they kill lots of small animals. One day I went outside and Dexter comes running up to me and he had a deer leg in his mouth. And it was gross. Sam says I want one of those mini piggies. Vicky says we don't have skunks here. Man, we've got skunks. And they're awful. One time, when I was still living at Mom and Dad's, a skunk crawled under the house and sprayed. And I thought I was going to die. It was so bad. It was so bad. Rodimus Flash says dogs are best. I suffer from migraines and used to work at a dog daycare. And when I had a migraine, 24 to 40 dogs would just follow me around and never bark. Man, I tell you what's funny. Yeah, I know Dave loves animals. Last time I felt really bad, had a really bad migraine, I went and got in the bed. And Axel, I don't know if he knew I was sick or I guess he did. But he would run in there in the bed, jump on the bed and look at me and lick me in the face and everything. Like, feel better, please. He cracks me up. What are you doing? You look at... I was talking about you, wasn't I? Was I talking about you? Yes. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. And this morning, I didn't feel good all last night. And I could hear him. He would come up the hall and check on me. You can hear his nails clopping on the ground. And this morning I was laying in bed and he come in there and I said, "What are you doing?" And he jumped up on the bed and just laid over on me. He's a good little feller. Ezra says pigs are for eating. I like some bacon. I'll eat pigs. Sam says you can eat anything. That's true. That's true. You can eat anything, but That doesn't mean I want to. People here in this part of the world, way back in the day, you know, one thing that kills me about the South is that everybody wants to throw up slavery in the South. There was a very small minority of people in the South who were actually rich. And throughout time, most people here in the South are poor, grew up poor, lived in the... You can go look at the Appalachians. Look up the Appalachian people. Those people are poor as crap. And there's still people around here, which most of them old people kind of, they've passed on. But they would go out and... It was like a delicacy around here to eat squirrel brains. They'd shoot squirrels and skin them. You know, there's not a whole lot of meat on a squirrel, and cook up squirrel brains and eat that. So, lots of poor people, you started eating weird things. I've heard of people eating possum, and I like possums. Like I said, 'cause they eat ticks, and I think they're funny. But there is no way I would eat one. They look like a giant rat. Especially when you make them mad and they hiss and show you those all sharp, jagged teeth. They look like a big, nasty rat. I am not eating one. And I don't understand. People want to hunt raccoons and stuff around here. I am not into that. Not into that at all. Dave says... I/my family have had dogs, cats, rabbits, hamsters, snakes, frogs, lizards, chickens, a duck, a turkey, a hog, a horse. People talking about eating squirrel. I've never eaten squirrel. I don't know. And as far as keeping animals, I am not keeping any snakes. I don't have a problem with frogs or lizards. Used to catch them all the time. But snakes can just get out of here. I'm not going, like black snakes, I'm not going to kill any black snakes or anything because they keep the poisonous snakes away. But I still don't want them. I don't want them around the house. I don't want them anywhere where they can bite me or the dog or my nephews. But I'm not going to kill them. Oh, man. Ezra says snakes are awesome. I don't want nothing to do with snakes. Don't like them. Like I said, I'm not going to kill them for no reason, but... Yeah, same here, Sam. No spiders either. I hate spiders. I got bit by a spider a few years ago, and my leg nearly rotted off. It was so bad. I'm going to look and see if I have a picture posted on my Facebook. I'll show it to you guys. So bad, so bad, so bad. If I remember how to find stuff like that. Photos. Snake is tasty. I'm not going to eat it either. Not going to do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Been several years ago, so I got a whole bunch of pictures to flip through on here. Do I have any beavers or groundhogs? Yeah, well, there's groundhogs all over the place here. I see them all the time. Beavers, not so much. I mean, there's some around here. But there's not a whole lot. I had a friend who killed a giant beaver. He had a little pond and something kept messing something up. I don't know if it wasn't building a dam or nothing. Or it might have been, I don't know. But he set a trap and caught this huge beaver. I mean, it was the biggest one I've ever seen. But as far as seeing any personally, I've never really seen any. Skinny says he loves spiders when they're not in proximity to him. I don't love them ever. Now I did have a big giant. I took a picture of it. I guess it was a wolf spider, something big giant. Looks like a tarantula. I call them Tennessee tarantulas. I don't know exactly what they are, but when I looked it up, apparently they eat poisonous spiders and other things. So I was like, well, if you're eating the stuff that's going to kill me, then I'm not going to leave you alone. I mean, I'm not going to bother you, so you just go do your thing. And I let him crawl around the house. I didn't even bother him. I didn't want to be around him. I would leave whenever he showed up, but, you know, it was all good. So I'm looking at all these pictures I took on here with my awesome camera. And the other day when I was filming a video, I knocked it over and now the screen won't close. So my real awesome DSLR camera, which is several years ago, it's several years old, but the screen's broke down. It stinks. I need to get it fixed because I got all kind of awesome pictures I took when we went to the beach. I'm trying to remember if I got bit by that spider before we went to the beach or after. Because I can't remember. That's been a while back. Yeah, it must have been before because I was playing music with these one guys and yeah, here we go. This is not even the worst that it was. But I'm going to show you guys this and it's gross. But yeah. It looked way worse than that at one point. Right here is the before. And here is... See, like, it had... I got bit, like, right here. See how it swelled up? And, like, it turned red. And I thought I was going to die. And so then I went home and I smashed it. And made all the stuff come out. And then it got to looking normal. I still have a huge, gnarly... Yeah, I had a work van. They sent us this old crusty work van. And that's when I got bit, was in that van. And when I got home, I was like running a fever. And I felt like I was on fire. And I went and lay down in bed. Thought I was getting like the flu or something. But no, my legs swelled up like this. And it, like I said, this is not even the worst of it. It was worse than this. And it had swelled up so big. I thought if I don't do something, I'm going to die. My leg's going to fall off. I was at work and it was swelled up so much it felt like it was going to explode. And so I iced it down. And when I got home, I just took my hand and, like, you see where that big nasty spot, like this spot right here, and I'm pointing to it with the cursor. I pushed it and it just exploded and just stuff just kept running out. Might have been skinny. It might have been a recluse. I don't know what it was, but it about made my leg right off. And like I said, I still got a scar. And I'm just now back to the point where hair is growing back on my leg right there. It was pretty crazy. I'm surprised I didn't die. But I still get like every once in a while. It's like it comes back. It's weird. Wasn't any fun, that's for sure. See, he was talking about going to work. My leg was like that, and I was still going to work. I'd get some gauze. I'd just take it and just push, and stuff would come out. And I'd get a bunch of gauze and put stuff on it and wrap it real tight. Tape it up. Go to work. Walk around on it all day. Go do all my stuff and come home. Well, actually, I took bandages with me. And cut it off. Put more bandages on it. But it's finally just now starting to heal back. My leg still swells up on occasion, though, because of it. Kind of stinks. That's just the way it is, though. Well, guys, I've been streaming for an hour and 43 minutes, and we just talked about... Yeah, I didn't even get any spider powers. The only powers I got is my leg swells up on occasion, and it about fell off. Not very good spider powers. Axel heard me say it's going to get off here, and he's coming in here. He's like, oh, we going to go do something? Yeah, you know what that means, don't you? You know what that means. You can go visit your grandma. You can go visit your grandma. What's funny is my nephews, their nickname for my mom, instead of grandma, is Grammar. So, she said she had a grand dog, so I'll ask him if he wants to go visit his grandma, and I'll take him up to see Mom. And he goes up there and follows her around the house, and she gives him treats and stuff. Need more poop, says Jalapeno Milk. That's probably what it was there. Recluses have flesh-eating bacteria on their fangs. That's probably what it was. My body was trying to fight it off. I'm just glad I didn't die. I thought I was going to, though. I tell you, as bad as anxiety and stuff as I have, boo, yeah, you a good boy. You a good boy. As bad as anxiety and stuff as I had, I'm surprised I didn't have an anxiety attack then and die. It was just weird. I just had some kind of... I just had some weird, like I don't know, some kind of sense of peace. I was like, things are going to be okay. I'm not going to die. Maybe I was just trying to convince myself of that. I don't know. I don't really have a poop story today, Bunderdome. I got a little short thing, and it's not really about... I mean, I was talking about poop, but it's not really got a lot to do with poop. My client, he's real goofy. He cracks me up. But he's all time coming up with these crazy ideas, and he's like, Doug, I want to come to your house and clean it, and you pay me, Doug. Doug, you pay me. I'm like, you do? Yeah. I was like, well, how much? He's like, $10. And we're not allowed to do stuff like this. He's just being goofy. I said, I'll pay you $1. No, Doug, no. Come on, Doug, no. I was like, what about $2? I ain't doing that. $2, Doug. No, Doug. I said, $3. He said, okay, Doug. And I was like, all right. I was like, $3. So, Axel had an accident the other night. During those real bad tornadoes, it stormed really, really bad here. And he freaked out and pooped all in the floor. And, so I was telling my client about it at work. And I was like, you still want to come clean the house? I was like, you can come clean it. I said, next time he poops, I'll call you. He's like, no, Doug, no, Doug. I was like, oh, I bet he pooped today. I said, I'll call you when I get home. He goes, Doug, I ain't cleaning poop. And I lost it. I absolutely cracked up. You guys might have to see him, think it's funny, but he just stopped and goes, I ain't cleaning poop. I thought that's pretty good. Well, Axel's wanting to go see Grammar. You want to go see Grammar? You go see Grammar? You go see Grammar? Say, yeah, he do. Ichthus showed up. What's up, Ichthus? We're getting ready to get out of here. Yeah, that's kind of, it wasn't that bad, Skinny, but it almost was that bad. It was a giant pile of poop. It was ridiculous. But I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. Sorry, Ichthus, you just have to go back and watch the earlier part of the stream. But I hope y'all have a good day. Go outside and have a good time. Enjoy your family. Enjoy this beautiful Sunday. And I will see you tomorrow on Macho Monday. Bye.